Hello, my name is Jordan Krizik, and here's my introduction video for EDL 959. So a little bit about me. I am a PE teacher at Natoma Community Schools. This is my second year teaching. I am the pre-K through 12th grade PE teacher and 9th grade health, as well as the weights coach as well. Stuff I do on the side form. I'm also an assistant football coach. I've been there for the last 2 years. Assistant basketball coach and a golf coach as well. So wear a lot of hats again, and then also I am the athletic director as well. So this has been my first 2 years teaching, and then I currently just got a job back in North Platte, Nebraska. Well, I will be at the middle school, so very excited for that. Some of my hobbies. Love being active. I try to be active every day. Again, with PE, I mean, I'm moving around with the kids, jumping around and stuff. So that's always fun. But I also like to work out in my spare time when I can. Snowboarding. I just went snowboarding last week. Try to keep that yearly event. Just love the mountains. Love going out there. Love going out to the lake or up by the lake. So that's something that I really look forward to in the summers. Also, I work at a country club. And so I spend a lot of time on the golf course mowing it and also playing as well. And then during the summers as well, I help my brother. He has two labs that he trains to go for hunting competitions. So I'm training with him as well. So just being active with that as well. So for the TOMA, so I picked through the elementary and the junior high and high school. So here are the 10 academic activities that we have. We have forensics that just got wrapped up with Keisha just a couple weeks ago. Scholars Bowl, FFA, Future of Farmers of America. With us being a rural school, we have a lot of participants in that, and the students seem to enjoy it. National Honor Society Spelling Bee. We had a couple kids make it to the district level for spelling with the elementary kids, so very excited for them. Yearbook, math relays, science Olympiad, STEAM activities, and robotics club. So reflection, how does your school administrator support these activities? With us being a small school like that, our administrator has to be very supportive. He shows support by attending events or being a part of the decision-making process. Make sure the sponsors and students have the necessary material required to succeed. What do we think about these activities? I believe that they are very enriching to the students. They are able to use the information learned in school to an area outside of school. Can potentially be a lifelong career for them or hobby. What would you do differently if you were administrator in charge of these activities? What I would typically do is I would promote differently throughout the school. So for me, trying to find these activities, it was very hard. They weren't really published that well or on bulletin boards. So I would probably promote them a little bit more. Again, like it's just word of mouth. I would like to change that, get more students involved. What do the teachers, students, parents, and other key stakeholders think about these activities? They're very supportive with us being a small group or small community like we are. A lot of the teachers have to step up, parents have to step up as well. So have everything successful and for us to get the same resources or same experiences as the older or as the bigger schools. In non-academic activities, we have athletics, big into that, Spirit Squad, dance, school, student council, FCA, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Letterman Club, debate, science fair, DECA, SAD, Students Against Destructive Decisions. I know that was kind of hindered during COVID, but we are getting that back as well. So very athletics, Spirit Squad, and dance. Those are very participated just for the students. I mean, really enjoy going out and doing athletics. What does your school's administrator support these, or how does your school's administrator support these activities? Again, very supportive, has to be there as well as I do with coaching, but as far as athletic director as well, making these decisions to get the necessary funds where they need to be, or I mean, even with buses, whatnot, making sure the students have the best the best opportunities for them to succeed and to have a great high school, junior high experience. I believe that they're beneficials, like I said in the last couple slides, learning more about having good qualities and good characters throughout life. What would you do differently if you were the administrator in charge of these activities? I would promote the different clubs and activities. Again, they're not really flyers or published in the halls. Just make that visible for the students. So if they had any questions, they can find teachers, sponsors wise, and ask those questions. Get those kids involved. Again, teachers, students, parents heavily involved. They have to be with the size of our school. So we need volunteers to step up, sponsors to step up. So that is very good for our school. Things I have learned from the resources, looking throughout the resources, very descriptive, a lot of information. One of them I found is depending on the career, non-academic skills will determine the success of the individual. The fact that a student graduates as valedictorian of the high school class may not be as important. Again, I mean, you're only really going to have a few one valedictorian. I mean, that was never a big thing as far as my class as being successful. You don't have to have the best grades to be successful in life. You meet a trade kid, be an entrepreneur, figure out what you love and do it, and find out how to get paid for it. Over 8 in 10 teachers, parents, superintendents, principals say it is equally important to access both academic skills and non-academic skills such as teamwork, critical thinking, and creativity. Again, just going off of finding out what you love as a student, or give those students an opportunity to figure out what they love so they can be successful moving forward once they get out into secondary education or even into life. Number 4, 21st century skills, the 4 C's of critical thinking, collaboration, communication, and creativity. These are all great skills and qualities that are needed to be successful in life, no matter what you're doing, no matter who you're working with. Great qualities to have. Additionally, non-academic barriers often get in the way of creating the right conditions for students and families. 88% of U.S. teachers say that the student poverty is the number one barrier to effective learning in the classroom. When students come to school, and I mean, they might be disruptive or even falling asleep or hungry. This is the number one thing that teachers are fighting right now. I mean, we don't really know what's going on at their home life, if they're well taken care of, if they're getting their nutrients, if they're getting their sleep, what's going on. So that might be a huge factor in trying to get them to learn when they've had a rough night, or I mean, their stomachs are empty and they're not really worried about what's going on in math or what's going on in science right now. So as administrators, we need to figure out ways that we can bridge those gaps to let those kids be successful. For the correlation, I believe this is a great way for all future administrators to be able to understand what an academic and non-academic clubs or organizations are in their present schools. They are able to view their current administration, learn from them, but are also able to make mental decisions as to what they would change to make their school culturally enriching for the students. Relevancy statements, I believe the resources gave great illustrations as to what are some non-academic issues that our students are facing every day. We as administrators need to understand these factors and find ways to help support those students. This is relevant for our current and future positions to start and make a positive impact for our students. Personal reflection, I believe this assignment is a great way to start to cognitively process decisions. As an administrator, we as students have a great area where we influence the students, but as an administrator, we have the capability to totally transform our school. By learning more about our students and some of the issues they face, we can change the school into a great school district. Here are my references. Thank you.